Congratulations, Ivo. Your quest has not been in vain. Here's the comment right here. I will not stop posting until Verlisify sees this combo. Camerupt and Smoochum crazy combo. How is this even possible as a combo? How does this exist as a realm of feasibility? Because, okay, again, NFE, but baby Pokemon kind of break all this. Frick, guys, I have no idea. Hey, look at that. It's Terrakion beat-up combo. So, gimmick versus gimmick. My guess, Camerupt, or not Camerupt, Smoochum, Protect, Trick Room, GG. It's got 1 hit point, though. So, fortunately, this is a free turn. Which means that if it is a Focus Sash on Smoochum, it's going to work. Because the opponent's hitting himself to get +4 on that Justified, but also not taking any damage. Like, he's not reducing any of his strength at all, because that's the beat-up Justified combo from the Whimsicott for you guys. Pretty ridiculous, gotta say. So, hits resisted, stuff happens, Terrakion goes for Rock Slide, Camerupt win for the easy Protect, and Smoochum will drop down to 1 hit point, survive on that Focus Sash, and it has to be Trick Room. Right? that's all I gotta say. Because now Smoochum definitely going to be super slow. And also, any Pokemon that isn't guaranteed to get blown up by the Eruption, which I guess is what it's going to be, is just going to go down to the Endeavor or something like that. So Terrakion's going to... Oh, the opponent going for that double Protect. I don't know. So Frost Breath. Oh, that's Anger Point. Which would have been nuts under the Trick Room. So, there's the Earthquake. And does Smoochum get Telepathy? No, Smoochum is going to get knocked out. Alright, so this is just like the opponent and the ally right now are doing the similar strategies. But, Trick Room, there we go, there's Telepathy, Gardevoir. So, that's kind of like how this works. Frost Breath means you always crit, and Anger Point is going to do mad damage. Now, the problem with Frost Breath is making sure you don't hurt yourself too much. That's not really too big of a deal. Also, you can't Mega, you can't Mega until you get all that. Wait, does Mega, wait. Does Mega Camerupt actually gain attack? Or, like, actually gain, like, physical attack stats when it Megas? Because I'd imagine that an item or something would make it a little more powerful. There we go, Whimsicott hanging on with the Focus Sash. Earthquake isn't going to affect the Rotom, and the Dazzling Gleam is going to finish off some damage right here. I don't know. I feel like Rotom is just going to, like, Hydro Pump the Camerupt, and then it's over. But Rotom switched, so never mind. You better have a Rock Slide, then. You better have a way of dealing with it. Like, the Rock Slide, I think, also works out really well, because you're going to get the boost from sheer force on the Mega Camerupt. So there's a Quick Claw. That's a Protect on the Rotom. Wow. I am... Huh. Like, I'm always down for Camerupt, and I was honestly expecting, alright, cool, Camerupt's going to get a Trick Room, maybe Helping Hand stuff works out into all of this, and then now you would just get a Mad Eruption for the win. But no, that is not it. I'm also on Bulbapedia right now, waiting for the opponent to finally, like, man up and just eat the loss. Just Protect, stalling it out. There we go. Rotom's going to go down. Terrakion takes a solid amount of damage, and now we get to see that Camerupt actually gains 20 base stats in attack on that Mega, and Gardevoir's Dazzling Gleam will be an easy finish onto the Terrakion. But until you got 1 Pokemon left, so it is over. Twisted Dimension's returning normal, but I guess Gardevoir just going to reset the Trick Room as Camerupt goes back into the Protect. So Camerupt is a very tanky Pokemon, that Mega. 100 on defense, 105 on special defense, so it can tank up those hits. And if it's not using Eruption, then it's not health dependent. It's very interesting, to say the least. So Camerupt eats the Zen Headbutt, gets flinched though, but Gardevoir sets up the Trick Room. And I guess the only thing it has to worry about is a Bullet Punch, but even then, that's not going to threaten the Camerupt. So there's Bullet Punch, Metagross, going to hit Camerupt, but it's resisted. Camerupt survives. Tankiness comes through. Earthquake, Gardevoir's Telepathy, and then that's going to be the one-shot right there. So yeah, this is a pretty cool strategy. I've seen, Frostlass into Tauros, because that's an Anger Point. But yeah, you forget about, like, with the Mega Camerupt, you forget about regular Camerupt on that. I'm honestly thinking, like, Life Orb would be significantly more damage, but do you really need more damage when you're at the +6? Let's go on to the next battle to find out, maybe. Now, I'm also a fan of that Machamp under Trick Room as well. The opponent does have a mono grass team, which should be, like, that's actually fairly neutral, because Rock Slide You know, we don't see any fire type attacks on this camera up, so it's not going to be like overwhelming as though it was an eruption. Rock Slide's going to be neutral. Earthquake's going to be resisted. Smoochum doesn't really get too much of an advantage, and camera up's going to protect. So I guess it does all ride on if there's a double focus. Oh, and Smoochum's oblivious. Perfect. So that means just in case the opponent is expecting some kind of trick room, cheese, setup, or whatever, you know, there we go. So, and a lot of strategies don't really use first turn double focus as well. So there we go. Smoochum with the trick room. Yeah. Look at that. So it works once again. That's going to be a withdrawal on the Whimsicott. Even though with the Prankster, it's probably the only Pokemon that's like best suited for dealing with this. In comes Leafeon. Smoochum with a Frost Breath. Camera Up gets that Anger Point. Critical hit. Now it's mad, and now it gets to do mad damage stuff. So Camera Up on that Earthquake. Wow, just take Smoochum out. Interestingly enough, I think that actually works out really well. That instead of worrying about a switch or anything like that, taking free damage on your Pokemon, you just, since Smoochum is already a level 1 and has low, like the level 1 baby Pokemon, as sad as it is, actually works out really well in this situation because you just sack it off and then you get to go into a better, stronger Pokemon for this situation. So yeah, the Earthquake isn't doing craziness against all of the grass types, but again, now we're just going to go into Rock Slide for probably the most effective damage. And if Machamp doesn't have Fire Punch, but if it does, and either way, it's like Dynamic Punch is still going to do a lot of damage. So this strategy actually works out. And then we have Pokemon like Gardevoir with the Dazzling Gleam, so it's just double hitting. Under that Trick Room, you're going for the one-shot on the Camera Ups, and if not, Gardevoir finishes it off. And that's about as complex as the strategy gets. Okay, I'm going to set up some fun. Frost, if I can actually type Frost Breath, Pokemon. And then I also want to see like Anger Point as well. So maybe we can like come up with some other fun combos and stuff like that. That's what I really like about the Fan Fridays, because we've been seeing a lot with like the entrainment, just some other things that kind of snowball into really fun. Wow, not a lot of Pokemon get the Anger Point. And there we go. Earthquake, bad damage. The Telepathy is also a nice touch. Gotta give it the right touch right there at the end. And boom. Alright, there that's gonna be the game right there. And I'm gonna add random screen capture. Hopefully it fits in all nice. Boom, look at that. Yeah, so we have Mankey, Primate, Tauros, Camera Up, and Crocodile. Okay. I've actually been wanting to do a video. Okay, perfect. Perfect, guys. I've been wanting to do a video on abilities that 6th or 7th generation Pokemon need. And this sparks an idea for that. You know, Anger Point, definitely one of them. More Pokemon need Anger Point. That's an opportunity for the 7th generation. We have a lot of new abilities being introduced in 7th generation as well. So if you guys think of an ability that not a lot of Pokemon have that more should have, go and pass that in the comments section. Also leave a like if you enjoyed this strategy, if you enjoyed all of Fan Fridays this week. Tauros is a pretty big one. Crocodile, I mean, like Camera Up and Crocodile, they also get that Earthquake stab. Primate doesn't have a lot of double hits, so the doubles is a little sketch right there. Tauros does have the Rock Slide. So yeah, this strategy is actually a lot more limited than I thought. I thought like 2 more Pokemon got Anger Point, but it's something you don't see. And I think I've seen the Anger Point for Fan Fridays. Yeah, definitely on the Crocodile. And then we have like stats and stuff, except they don't quite fit on screen. Crocodile has a 117 attack, so actually lower attack, but depending on the item, will hit a little harder than the Camera Up. And then for these Pokemon right here, let's go and readjust the screen. Well, boom, just like that. Because I wasn't set up. I didn't know what to expect with this strategy when I first clicked on the video. But a lot more Pokemon get the Frost Breath. So there is a lot of existing synergy here. Also, I believe the move Storm Throw. Wait, no, Storm Throw switches out. I think Circle Throw always crits. One of those does a thing. Like, that's why the Frostlass Tauros combo was pretty good, because you're fast on the Frostlass, so you can set up that anger point at a really good time. Smoochum with that Trick Room. Yeah, Trick Room Pokemon work out exceptionally as well, but is Smoochum really the only Trick Room Pokemon with this besides Jinx? Does Frostlass get Trick Room? Now we're just getting into movesets and things I should already know, but probably don't. Either way, Trick Room is not... Oh! that's why I did this, because it shows the uniqueness of the Smoochum. It's going to be one of the slowest Pokemon, guaranteeing the most out of it, and it's not quite Jinx because it doesn't really make a difference, honestly, and you can Earthquake yourself down if needed. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed this week. Hope you guys have a great weekend, have a great week, have everything awesome, have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching and enjoying this week's Fan Fridays.